All right, Fireside family, here we go. Today we're talking about our Haze machine and how to operate it with an Obey 4 controller to add atmospherics to your event. Let's start out with our Haze machine. This is technically a bubble haze machine. It can be used to distribute bubbles, to distribute haze, or to fuse them together and create these really cool haze-infused bubbles, which are really sweet. But today, we're talking about just the haze feature. First and foremost, you're gonna wanna, when you get on site, check your reservoirs here, your tubs of fluid. They're key, right? You can't have haze without the haze fluid. You're gonna wanna take this out and make sure that it is filled. You'll just pop this top off. This one is filled, but if it weren't, you would just take your high performance haze fluid. This is the one that you want from Chauvet, and you would just go ahead and dump this right in until you fill to the top. Haze fluid goes, at kind of a moderate pace. You could probably, this vessel will probably last you 3 to 4 hours, but if any point that you are trying to get haze out of it and it's not coming and you're maybe like 3 hours in, that probably means that you just need to open this up and refill it again. You're gonna make sure that this tube is not kinked back there, so make sure that it's nice and fluid so that those fluids can go through there. And then you're gonna wanna close that up. Now, very important, make sure, it says it right here, haze fluid only, bubble fluid only. Stay true to that. If you mix them up, you will clog these pipes. They're really only made for each type, the haze fluid and the bubble fluid. So be very sure of that whenever you're filling that up. Cool, once you're filled up, let's turn it on. Be sure to turn on your haze machine at least 30 minutes before the start of the event. That will give it time to heat up. See, it's in heating mode right now. Sometimes it takes, 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. So give yourself plenty of time for this device to heat up. We did have this turned on earlier, so it should be able to be heated up in just a moment. Once it gets past this, it will allow you to choose an address. We are going to be controlling this via DMX with our Obey 4 controller. It's going to be the only device that we're working with today, so we might as well just make it channel 1. Perfect. Your DMX is going to be connected into the DMX in, of course, and it's going to be running out of your Obey 4 controller. So let's make our way over to there. We're going to turn this on. We only have one fixture, which is typically what we'll do whenever we're working with special effects and a haze machine. We're gonna just choose that first fixture that's programmed to channel 1. Manual RGBW is exactly what we want. And now let's talk about our faders. The fourth fader, working our way backwards, is going to be a cleaning cycle. So no need to do that unless you are cleaning up the bubble haze machine after the event. More often than not, we're not asking our team to do that though. Let's go to the next one. This is our fan. So our fan is located right here on the device. That really helps you to disperse the haze much further and wider. I will show you in just a minute, but you can be all the way up, you can be all the way down, you can be somewhere in the middle. It just allows you to really control how that haze is being dispersed. This one right here, your second fader from the left, that is your haze. So let's go ahead, we'll turn that all the way up. And you can see the haze is coming out. Now, this is with no fan, right? So it's still good, it's thick, it's here, but say we want to fill up a room. We're gonna go ahead and turn that fan up, and you can just see how that's gonna distribute that haze throughout the space. This is what you want. The haze is meant to be an atmospheric element, something that's not super soupy thick. In fact, if you're doing a really good job as a special effects technician, people won't really notice that it's there, except the way that it's affecting our lights, and that is the goal. The goal of this haze machine is to make our lights three-dimensional. The beams are supposed to stand out. Without haze, without atmospherics, it's just, you see the light at the source, and wherever it's landing on the ground or on the people or on the wall. When you add this into the air, you now get a beam. It's like a lightsaber, right? Like Star Wars. And so the goal as a special effects operator is to achieve that effect, and the moment that you do on all of your lights, you turn the haze machine off. Because if you leave it on, if you just leave it running and pumping, even after that effect has happened, you are sure to set off a fire alarm somewhere in the venue. And that's what we want to avoid. That's why you're there, is to get that effect, see those beams on all the lights, and then turn it off. And then just let it chill. And be checking in with the lights. You should be looking at them really frequently. Like once, you honestly should be looking at them all the time, but at the very least once every 5 minutes. And the moment that one of them becomes not three-dimensional, pump this bad boy back on. So we're being conservative, right? We're making sure that we're getting just the right amount that we need to achieve the effect that is desired. And then once that's done, we turn this off so that we don't ruin the party by setting off a fire alarm. All right? Just so you know, this last fader, the first one rather, that controls your bubbles. So if you're not doing bubbles, don't even worry about that. You're gonna be living with these two middle ones. that is it for our Haze machine being controlled by a Chauvet Obey 4. Enjoy, make those lights three-dimensional, and create a good party.